Welcome to Good News Glenn. I'm your host, Avery Brooks. Stay tuned. Good News Glenn's coming up next. Okay, welcome to Good News Glenn. This is going to be the month of June. We are here with Mr. Bill Fallon, County Manager. We are live at Friday Night Hoops, and we're so excited. How are you?
Well, as you can hear, it might be a little loud in my background, but opening night of Friday Night Hoops, we're pretty excited.
Good. Well, you look great. The gym looks awesome, and we can't wait to talk to you and meet some of the guys.
Yeah, we'll give you some action shots coming up, and we'll bring some of the kids over and some of our volunteers. But yeah, it's a fun night, season 2, and we're kicking it off pretty good. As you can see behind me, got probably about 25 kids, but they're still trickling in, and we're going to be here till 10 o'clock. So we're going to have more throughout the night that will come all night long.
Yes. Well, why don't we talk about it? I know this is the second year. You started this program last year. Can you tell me a little bit? I know we've talked about it in the past, but just remind everybody, why did you start this program? Why is it special to you? And tell us about that.
Yeah, it's something I wanted to do. And if when I was over at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Centers at Fletcher, I was thinking, what can we do to kind of, give back to the community? What can we do? And over there, unfortunately, it's a Department of Homeland Security facility. So to bring kids on, it was just almost impossible. But once I came over to the county, I was thinking, all right, now since Rexton Park is part of the county, let's see if we can't pull this off here. So really, it was just a thought I had. Let's give the kids in Glynn County something to do on Friday nights over the summer, and something to keep them off the street. Just a fun time. It's pretty much open gym, and boys and girls, free. We have a lot of great sponsors from the community, and so we're here from 6 to 8 with the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and then the older kids come in, 9, 10, and 11 come in from 8 to 10. We give them food. We send them home with food. We also have the T-shirts, which they have on. They're all wearing them. They love them this year. So yeah, we're pretty excited of season 2 of Friday Night Hoops.
That's awesome. Yeah, what a great thing. So not only is it fun, recreational, but you said you feed them dinner. You also have food. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the kids, are, we have some pretty touching stories of some of these kids. So we're able to buy them shoes. There's a lot of things that we're able to do with these kids. And it's just, again, a ton of fun. We have Parks and Rec are out here. We have people from the administration office. We have our police departments out here, fire departments out here. It's just a ton of fun for everybody. Very much supported by the Board of Education. Our Board of Commissioners really love it. They totally support what we're doing out here. So it's just a good community event.
That's wonderful. Yes. So tell us anything else you want to, or do they keep score? Is there like a competition, or is it just for fun?
Yeah, we have some, it's mostly for fun. We have our referees out there. You can hear the whistles going. We try to make good calls. The kids don't yell at us too much for making bad calls, but no, it's all about having fun, letting them play. And like I said, just giving them something to do on a Friday night over the summer.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we'd love to. Anything else you want to talk about for the month of June before we bring over some of the kids?
Yeah, if I could, just again, summer's here. We're in preparation now since it's hurricane season already, and so Andy Lanza and his crew have been out in the community, just kind of spreading the word on preparations for storms. We'll probably have some this year. Knock on wood. Hopefully, we don't have anything too bad. But that's a big part of what we're doing now. And then really just all the summer programs. The beaches are in full swing. We have beach patrols out there. Lifeguards are out there. Public Works is really getting out in force and just cleaning ditches, mowing grass. We're at Friday night, First Fridays as well. We have Public Works out there at First Friday. And so just a lot of activity going on, a lot of projects, but you hear about the projects all the time. But it's the summer, so we're going to have some fun across the board.
Yes, in fact, we're going to be interviewing Paris. Paris from like beach safety, lifeguards, who's in charge of that whole program. So we're going to be interviewing her after you. So we'll get kind of the scoop on how that's going. And she's going to talk a little bit about National Beach Safety Week, things like that.
That's great. And so she does a great job out there at the beaches and the pools. So we have the pools as well. And so, yeah, we actually have 55 positions and they're all filled this year, which is great. I think the first time in quite a while, which was really, really good. So we're doing a good job recruiting college kids, high school kids, other people that are off in the summer that want to be lifeguards. It's we're pretty fortunate this year to have them all filled.
That's great. Yeah. For a full beach, we need a full class to man everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, it's so far so good. It's getting hot though, so want people to be careful out there on the beach as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, well, great. So we're excited to see more of these hoops.
All right, let me grab some kids and we'll do a couple interviews and get some thoughts from them and some of our volunteers, and I'll be right back.
Great, sounds good.
Hey Avery.
Hi,
Very
how are y'all?
excited. Got lots of kids. We're gonna have lunch boxes later, and just excited to be here.
That's awesome. So y'all were here last year and again this year?
So you guys were all here last year and this year? That last year and this year, yeah. I'm sorry, I got my earphones in.
Yeah, we were here last year and this year. Looks like we have more kids the first night this year than we did last year. So really excited. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And a lot of parents sticking around to see what's going on, and we're really thankful PD and fire showed up. We've got a lot of great Rec and Park staff that are here to help out and take care of the kids. It's going to be a good time.
That's awesome. And I love your shirt. I love the shirt.
Love the shirt.
You talk to this lady, she's asking about how good the program is, if you like it or not. So you want to tell her what your name is, and then she might ask you a couple questions.
Vivian Jackson.
Yes. What school do you go to?
Golden Knives Elementary School.
Very nice. Is this your second year?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
That's great. Do you like it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. Well, do you play a certain position or just you play everything?
I play point guard and shooting guard.
Awesome. Well, you look great. Thank you for being on the show.
All right. Awesome. Nice job. All right. He's got to get back out there and shoot some hoops.
Yep.
All right. We got one more. So introduce yourself and tell her what school you go to.
I'm Christian. I go to, I'm going to Brunswick High.
Brunswick High? Awesome. That's great. Is this your second year? Yeah. And what position do you play?
Guard.
Guard. Yeah. Cool. Well, you look great, and this is a great program, and it's so good to talk to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Good. Well, what's your role there today?
I'm the program coordinator for Glynn County Parks and Rec. We're basically, we have about 35 kids playing pickup basketball. We're splitting up the teams a little bit, kind of refereeing, helping out with refereeing each game, making sure they rotate in and everyone gets to play the proper amount.
That's great. Well, Mr. Fallon was telling me all about the program. We've been able to talk to a few of the players. So it's been a great segment, and we're so thrilled to meet you, and congratulations on a great program.
Yeah, the kids seem to be having a good time. You know, we have kind of rest. We just call them the basic stuff. They're basically calling their own fouls, picking up the games, playing with their friends. After about a game or two, they want to swap and go against their best friends. So
yeah,
a lot of good stuff going on.
That's great. Well, what a wonderful event for the community and for the young people, and this is awesome. So thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's Jerry Moore. He's been a long-time Park and Rec administrator here for us. He does a fantastic job. He's out here every night with me roughing. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks again, Avery, from live from the Glynn County Annex, where we have our first night of Friday Night Hoops. I know you got to talk to Paris, so a lot going on at the beach. But looking forward to a great summer here at Glynn County. Appreciate you covering us, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now stay tuned for Paris. She's going to talk about beach safety and National Beach Safety Week. So stay tuned. It's all coming up next. Welcome to Good News Glenn. We are here with Paris. She is from the rec department from Glynn County. We're doing beach and water safety today. Paris is not only head of like the lifeguards, but also the pool. Is that right?
I am actually the beach operations manager for the county.
Okay, beach operations manager. And we are actually at the beach. So we're gonna throw it to Paris, and you tell us where you are and what's going on this summer at the beaches.
Currently we are at Coast Guard Beach, so lifeguards do guard Coast Guard Beach to Massengill. From Memorial Day to Labor Day, we're out here 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then we do some sandbar patrols after season 2, just to make sure that beachgoers are still safe in the end of the season.
Nice. Okay. Well, tell us. I know you've got a lot going on this summer. The season is here. The tourists are here, and the locals are also out. So it's a lot of people. So you've done some really great things, new things for the county when it comes to beach operations. And one of those things is a new beach safety pamphlet. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I did create a beach safe pamphlet about 2 years ago. It's tips and beach safety tips, not just for locals, but for tourists as well. It's something we can put out in the county and put out in hotels and rentals.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Also, you promoted National Beach Safety Week. Is that right?
Yes, and that our National Beach Safety Week event this year is going to be July 2nd. It is actually up at the Coast Guard station, and we will have pamphlets. We'll have some promo items, everything, and just helping everybody with their beach safety tips and everything.
That's great. Can you tell us, speaking of that, you've been posting tips. You've actually been really active on whether it be social media, maybe the website, wherever you're posting these tips. So tell us, give us a few tips, if you will, for beach safety, and also where to find these besides the pamphlet, obviously, but like online, where would somebody find all of these tips?
We've been posting our beach safety tips on our Glynn County Recreation and Parks page. We are putting out one for each week for Beach Safety Week. And one of our biggest tips that I try to implement in the county is 1, swim near a lifeguard. 2, know your tides. The tides are very drastically changing here daily. So it's really important to know the weather and tides when you're coming to visit the beach. And I try to push a lot of longshore current things out. We usually see a lot of rip current items out here, and it's very possible for us to get rip currents at any beach. But our biggest prominent issue in Glynn County is longshore currents, and people focus so much on rip currents that they're not actually sure how to get up a longshore current when they come into contact with one on the beach.
Can you be a little more specific about longshore currents? If somebody doesn't know what that is, or how you would look for that, or tell us what you mean.
So a longshore current is harder to see from the top of the water, but once you get in the water, it's going to pull you parallel to shore. So most people with rip currents, it teaches them, swim out and then to the sides. Whereas a longshore current, you don't want to fight the current at all. You want to float with the current, and then you want to either swim diagonally into shore, or if you get to a weaker spot, you can swim directly into shore. But the biggest thing is not fighting it, relaxing, floating, and taking your time, because the more you fight, the more tired you get, and that's where the danger comes in.
Yes, so sort of just float parallel down the beach. Well,
yes, because you can get out of the water further down the beach. You don't have to come in right where you got, or you don't have to come out right where you got in at.
Okay, yes, good to know. That's a great tip, because that is the more likely scenario, right? I mean,
yes. Out here, like I said, we can get rip currents, but we have so many sandbars that it's just not our prominent issue. It's very likely that we could develop one, and that's something we would address in the time. And we do have signage for both, so everyone knows how to get out of both. But our biggest issue here is the longshore currents.
The flags, just give me a little educational lesson quickly on, say, the 3 to 5 flags that you use.
So our daily operations, we put flags on our lifeguard stands. Green is exercise caution, but that means that the tide is a little bit weaker. A yellow flag would be a medium caution, and then a red flag is high caution. This is when it's the most dangerous and we don't want people really in the water. We use the flags during daily operations from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., but in 2023, we also implemented Swim Smart technology up at Coast Guard Beach, Massengale Beach, and Gold's Inlet. So we have those signs up there as well that use the same system, the green, yellow, and red, and those change throughout the day, and we change our flags accordingly. And that's actually tied to the National Weather Service.
Okay, so green, yellow, and red
Yes.
are the colors to look for. Okay.
Yes, we do have a purple flag.
Okay.
We have a purple flag that is more for marine life. That is not for surf conditions. So, for example, here at our beach, if jellyfish stings are very prominent. If we get more than 10 jellyfish stings in a certain area at the beach or at a certain stand, then we'll put purple flags up to let everyone know that's just an issue in that certain area.
Okay, gotcha. So there's kind of a flag for every possible scenario, but you're not always necessary to use them. Only when that condition occurs, like jellyfish. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. And all that would be in the pamphlet as well, and then some online. Yes, excellent.
Yes.
I know a big thing is the DNR's annual Beach Week event. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so that this year is going to be July 2nd at St. Simon's Beach. It's going to be up at the Coast Guard station. We're going to have like our giveaways. We'll have some promo items, and then we'll actually have our little characters out here as well, our beach safety characters.
Oh, tell us about that.
We do have a shark, and then we have a blue crab as well that make their appearance yearly, and they hand out items and talk to the kids or play with the kids and just let them know about beach safety.
That's awesome. Yes, you make it fun.
Yes, we do. We try to.
You make it fun. That's great. Well, good. What else can you tell us about the beach and the beaches that you sort of look after? You're the supervisor of all beach safety over there. So tell us a little bit more.
Well, this is the first year that we are fully staffed, which is something that I've been celebrating since it happened. I became a lifeguard in 2017, and we never got to fully staff. So this is my first year in being manager that we have 23 lifeguards this season, which has been great.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Yes. What do you attribute that to? Maybe you get the word out, maybe more social media. What do you attribute that success to?
I personally think it's word of mouth a lot of the time, but I also do put it out on social media, usually starting in January. But I personally try to make it a fun experience that people want to come back. And we've actually broadened the range with social media. So I have a few kids this year who are not local. They came down here for the summer from Athens, and they're working out here for a college and summer job.
Tell me a little bit about you and how you became a lifeguard, and now you're over all the other lifeguards and you're the head of beach safety operations. How long have you been with the county? And tell me a little about yourself.
I started with the county seasonally in 2017. That was actually 2 years after I moved here from Pittsburgh. So I'm not actually from a beach area, but I have always loved the water. And then I was a seasonal beach lifeguard 2017 through 2019. I became a full-time employee for Glynn County in the end of 2019. And then I took over as the beach manager in the summer of 2021. So this will be my 4th season as manager out here.
Wow, that's so amazing. Congratulations. You've obviously done a lot. Yes, you're welcome. You've done a lot to bring it up, just help improve things. And then now, this is great news. They're going to have a new, the county is working on the new recreation sort of building and improving that whole area, which is going to be probably good for you too.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to have a life-saving tower that will be built, and I'm very excited about it. I'm most excited that we're going to have more resources for the lifeguards, including a first aid room. So when somebody's overheated or we have a big issue that's happening on the beach, we can actually take them off the beach, put them into the shade, and, assess the situation as needed. And then we can work with EMS a little bit better as well.
Yes, that will be great. Yes, and a place for the lifeguards too. I don't know if you have that now, but you'll have that hopefully then. That'll be great.
Yes, right now we're in a typical lifeguard wooden shack, so it's going to be really nice to have a building.
Yes, exactly. And of all people that need a building, it would be the lifeguards, I think. Get a little break in between shifts or whatever. Good. Well, that's so exciting. And anything else you want to share with us before we're going to let you kind of take the camera and show people the beach, a little activity out there. But before we do that, anything else you want to share?
I just want people to be aware of the different beach safety tips. Like I said, the weather, swimming our lifeguard, and something I always try to let everybody know is we're not out here to ruin your fun. But if we're telling you to come in from a dangerous situation, it's more so for the general public. You might not be in danger, but somebody might see you out very far and they think they can, and then it puts more people in danger. So we try to be very preventative and bringing everybody in at a timely manner. And some people think it as, that we're trying to ruin their day. We're not. We're just trying to keep everybody safe. We're the last defense before drowning. So we're keeping everybody safe on the beach.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Actually, that's a really good way to put it. That might help people understand what your role is, and it's really a job, and you're trying to keep not only them safe but everybody else safe as well. So, wow, that's a good thing to know. So, thank you.
Well, on behalf of myself and all of Glynn County lifeguards, we just hope that everyone has a safe summer. And if you're out here, come say hi to a lifeguard, and we'll see you out here.
Awesome. Thank you so much.